I'm feeling inspired. There's been some great videos in the mastermind group about pain, preventing pain, and how we go to great lengths to prevent ourselves from physical pain, but that we don't necessarily apply the same common sense when it comes to mental pain. And then Tim, you raised a really good point about how if it wasn't for your pain, and in your case insomnia, you might not have gone to see Tony Robbins, Unleash the Power Within, and received all the amazing benefits that came with that. And hence how in that case pain was really valuable to you. And I think it's obviously human nature to recoil from pain and want to seek pleasure, and much of what defines us as humans is our continual building towards this venture, this continual ever increasing complexity of layers that we put on top of our culture as a way to make everything easier and to try and diminish the amount of pain we experience and increase the amount of leisure and pleasure. And maybe we do somewhat lose something in doing that, but that's not to say we should go and actively pursue pain. I mean, that's a foolhardy, that would not be helpful. But when pain does come around, here's the thing: when we see pain, we tend to see it purely as a loss. We tend to get really worked up about it. We start telling ourselves that self-replicating storyline. What have I lost? What will I now miss out on? What will I never have? What have I now got less of? If this hadn't happened, if he hadn't done that, then I wouldn't be feeling this way. And what we often fail to recognise is everything that comes out the back of it, either directly, as a direct result of that incident, as an opportunity cost, something that we did instead as a result of what happened to us, which for all we know was probably a better outcome in the end, or what we proactively choose to learn from the situation. And hence why everything is a gift, even the pain. And you can't really avoid pain. It's just not physically really possible. And without wanting to get too philosophical, metaphysical here, I don't know if there is a force that puts things in balance. But what I do know is that serotonin, dopamine, these things follow certain brain channels, and that they're not things that we can physically experience, but our brains are designed to experience indefinitely. And every cloud has a silver lining, and everything has kind of like an opposite in some respect. I'm not saying these things are in equal balance. That's not necessarily something I believe, but nonetheless, there is always good that can be taken out of it. So whilst you can't really avoid pain, you can absolutely defeat it, and you do that by leveraging it. Always don't ever experience a significant amount of pain, a trauma, without using it. Pain is a fulcrum if we choose to see it so, and even when it's unbearable, even if it's physical pain, even if we've broken our leg, or we've got inflammation in our knee like I once did, well, I actually used that time when I was training less. I actually ended up making quite a lot of music at that time. It's something I've put on the back burner for a long while now. But if it wasn't for that injury, I probably wouldn't have produced the 6 or 7 piece of music that I made back then. And so even physical pain can be leveraged in this way in some respect. We don't simply lose out. There's always a flip side. And here's the takeaway: always use pain to get double out of it what you lose. And to do that, you might have to proactively seek the lesson in something, but in every bit of trauma there is a lesson, and these lessons last forever if we choose to embroil them in our intuition, our state of mind. Even the worst things, they stay with us. So whilst I don't necessarily believe everything is necessarily in balance, I think it's actually a much more productive attitude to think that you can create good, but you can't create good by deliberately and only recoiling from pain. Embrace it, use it, and learn from it. I hope that was useful, guys. I shall chat to you next time.